Yo, so I'm gonna try not to botch this and be short and quick, but I just had a couple, you know, um I was watching a video and something was said that just kind of resonated with me that was insane. So, uh this involves change and it's a very logical, insanely logical way to go about thinking about making change, right? But it's hard as shit, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it's hard. So, um, the way it goes is thinking about change and that paradigm shift that starts in the mind as X, right? And Y is the place that we want to get to, no matter what that is, no matter what the change is. X represents the old and the old decision making, that old programming, and Y is new. That represents the evolution, evolving, right? Because we're designed to evolve, and that is how we evolve the bloodline, right? Like X and Y chromosomes. But so not like X and Y chromosomes, but it's interesting because you think about X to Y, like X and Y chromosomes. It's our makeup. That's where we get, you know, passed down, right? So, um, yeah, X being the old, Y is the new. In between is that quantum leap or that paradigm shift. So understanding, being able to identify what X is. So I want to stop drinking coffee, right? I need to stop drinking coffee because my urine smells like it. I'm using it to replace uh my meals. It doesn't work that way. So X is in my mind, I know I need to stop drinking coffee. I want to stop drinking coffee. Um I make that decision today. Tomorrow, my friends invite me to go to breakfast and I get the menu, the waitress comes up, "Hey, what would you like?" First thing that comes into my mind is coffee, right? That's that X programming right there. Boom, hit me. All right. So, why is not doing it? Your actions following the why has to be the action. No, in order to get to why, we have to be able to identify X, and in that, in order to move from one to the other, the to get to why, our actions have to be aligned with what we want, right? The actions have to be in line with why, but we have X in our programming right now. We're faced with it, and the only way to kind of um to make that progress is with our actions, right? But and it seems super simple and kind of stupid, but when you can um when you have something that kind of draws out like the it's a it's a representation of like if you're a visual person, right? Like you need something to kind of explain what is said but visually, right? So I think that's why, because even though it's not visual, I see that as a visual representation of or explaining visually how that change it, how to move and to focus on moving from X to Y to create, because even if I don't get that action right, like um to get to, if I, whatever I'm doing, I think is I feel like for me right now, doing just the opposite of whatever that X is, no matter if it's like the most efficient way to do it, the best decision to make, it's recognizing what that X is and just doing something about it, which in turn creates that wheel of change, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be that final destination or that perfect form, the why, but that's where that quantum leap comes, and then the momentum, and then eventually you'll get to that place. Like, I don't think there's ever going to be, that perfect place, but there's change and evolution, and it just continues. It doesn't stop. Um, I don't know. That really just excited me. Like, and it's something I'm going to study more and to get the right wording and everything, and kind of come back and talk about it again. But yeah, that, and then um, with that, being open to possibilities. Being open to all possibilities. It just makes you open to receiving more with that, and you're open to, yeah, just that was more so for me, that open possibilities thing, and I'll probably cut that out. But mainly what I wanted to talk about was that X and Y. um and just being, being stuck at that place of, I want to change, I want to change, I want to change. What do I focus on? And it's like, uh, that, I've oftentimes looked to the, made change so much more complex. Look into the actions of others. Like, this can't happen until whatever outlier, um, kind of comes in to, reinforce it, make it happen, whatever the case may be. um yeah, all of that stuff isn't necessarily what's important when it comes to change. Alan Watts, I love him. I've been listening to him a lot. He talks about how everything we see in this world is what we're feeling in our mind, right? Or what our brain is feeling. That the encounters that we have, what something makes me feel, all of our senses is, that is fueling what is going on in our mind. And um so it's a two-way street, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so correcting what's in here will by default change the world around me and how I feel. Um, and I did a horrible job of articulating that, and I will absolutely get better at it. But I thought it was super interesting, and hopefully something about, that X and Y and the quantum leap, or that paradigm shift, in there will, kind of spark something in your brain to go and look for yourself. But yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna kind of, as I learn more about it and just these random topics and thoughts, just continue to share them, because I think it's fun and it's interesting. So yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for your time, and I will be seeing you soon. Peace.